whatever we have done right here, this can be done by means of the CSS. That's not an issue. But just for your explanation, how do you use the styles, how do you use the classes, right, in the directive. That's why I have given this easy example. Otherwise we could have taken like this also. What if you hover, if you click on the particular checkbox, right, if you click on the particular checkbox, it should change this into the text box. Are you getting that? If I click over here, it should convert it to the text box. That is another thing. Hello?
Sir, yes.
Are you getting that? Just to show you example, how do you bind with the style properties on the host element, how do you bind with the class properties on the host element, and how do you bind with the listeners of the host element. I have taken this example. Getting
Okay,
that?
sir. Yes.
That can be done by means of CSS. That's not an issue.
Okay.
And to this row you can add what? CLFMT. See, this CLFMT is written on the TR. CLFMT is written on the TR, so TR becomes host inside this. So whenever you apply the style, that would be styles for the TR. Whenever you apply the classes, that classes should be for the TR. And one more thing is there, attribute. There are HTML5 attributes at, I can say, and it is of type string. If you want to get bound with the attributes, you can say at host binding, right? And attr dot role, you can say a class, sorry, style, class, and attr. If you go to the progress bar, HTML bootstrap 4 progress bar, or any bootstrap 4 component, bootstrap 4, and components, can you see what is this role? This is attribute, attr.role. Role is not HTML5 element, or more precisely I'll tell you, forms. If you go to the forms, can you see this area described by, this is the place attribute which is given to you by bootstrap. If you go to the card, and on the card in the progress bar it is there. Yeah, area value now, area value min, area value, these are not coming from the HTML5, but these are coming from the bootstrap. Are you getting that? And if you want to apply that role, something like that, you can do. And on the mouse enter, I would like to apply the role, some this dot at is equals to hi, any string would be getting applied. Let me inspect the element, console it, and can you see role is getting added over here? Role is getting added. See this role attribute, you are adding the custom attribute by means of attr.role. If you want to add some class, your built-in class on particular event like this, you can use class.textSuccess, and you can use background. So presently, hello, so presently I have created element, or I have created the attribute just to format the rows, but there is a wide scope of doing that. Like if I click over here, it should be, what you can say, if I click over here, it should add the text box, and it will allow me to edit. It will allow me to what? Edit. I want to do that thing. Are you getting that? What I want to do? Or there would be one pencil over here. Let's add that. A very complex example is this. This is that if you have worked on the real time projects, right, you will get to know the requirement of this. In the OP itself, I will add one more button. Info and edit. I want to edit the data. I want to edit the data, and on the click, and on the click, well, then this won't be coming in, what you can say, directive. But what I want to do, if I click on the row, that row should become editable. So let's remove that. Let's remove this. I don't want to do from here, so I have already attached CLFMT over here. If I click on the row, that particular row should be editable. That's what my need. Do you understand the need? And here you can say CLK and at host listener, and I can say click. If I'm clicking that, this would be getting called. And now tell me how to write the code for adding, the edit texts, sorry, text boxes. If I click this, this row, this cell, these 4 cells become editable. That's what I want to do. And how to do that? This cell should become the editable. This thing we need to do. Can you do that? Can you think how to do that? Hello? So here you get the event. Here you get the event that you are clicking that. You are clicking particular element, and once you click, right, once you click, these 4 cells like pen, quantity, unit price and tax should become editable. Should become what? Editable. That's what we need to do. How do you do that? Any logic you want to tell me? Yes.
Like JavaScript, I have to write. It's like get elements by ID in .inner HTML.
But how do you do over here? So here you are getting the event. Here you are getting what? Event. Yes, anyone? So this should be editable. This should be editable. This should be editable. And this should be editable. These 4 things should be editable. Are you getting that? These 4 things should be editable by means of this. How do you do that? Hello? Priyanka. Both Priyanka. I'm also thinking how to make them editable. Okay, there are multiple ways to do that. Stack Overflow. No, by means of directive, Prathamesh. I needed I need this thing by means of directive. Otherwise that can be done easily. Not an issue. What he has done, he has like this it can be done. But I have a directive. And from the directive I need to do that. That is a challenge. So we have created a CLFMT direct. I will just attach this thing over here. And the row becomes, all the operations to the row becomes available as it is. Click, these rows need to be, if I click on this, these rows need to be editable. This. Well, I get the row object. Okay, see what to do. I just need to see angular directive click event. Yeah, not Angular JS, it's Angular. So we have the directive. Okay, at host listener, click $event in the array. Can you see here, in the array you need to pass the $event, and then you get like this. Okay, see this, here is an array and here you can pass $event, and here you can pass that $event. Here dollar, well, you can write anything. EV is of type event, and here you can say EV. That EV will point to this thing. Let's write console.log before proceeding. EV, and inspector. Can you see mouse event you are getting? So immediately you can change the type. Instead of event, you can see mouse event. Specificness is very important. Mouse event you are getting, here you are getting event.target. Event.target will give you complete row. Event.target will give you the complete row. Can you see th, td? Here you are getting, okay, dot event dot source element. We will see what is the source element. Event dot let's print the event complete. We need to have some things. Mouse event, I need this tr. how to get the tr. Source element is th,
Sir,
type is
with inner HTML.
inner html we need to use, but first we need to get that event element where you have clicked. This is the target, and in the target okay, dot parent element. Can you see dot target dot parent element? I need this thing, event dot target dot target dot parent element. So let me enable it. Click here. Can you see you get complete tr with the th and the td. If you go to this td, pen is there. Okay, first I have clicked. Now let me click third. In this tr you can get eraser, you can get this. Can you see? Okay, okay. Now ev dot, now here is a DOM manipulation. At the certain level you need to do the DOM manipulation. Const row is equals to, this is the row that you have clicked, and is of type HTML. Table row element, this is HTML table row element. You can say row dot children dot what is children? Type of children is HTML collection. Let's try to print that. Console.log children. Let us see. Inspector, console, add it. This is the HTML collection. Is 0th is th. Okay, HTML collection. This is the array we are having. Row dot Okay. Can you see all the TDs we got? And we need to change this one, this one, this one, this one. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If I is exactly equals to how much? 1, 2, 3, 4. Sorry, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 2, 3, 4, 5 is 2, or I 3, or I is exactly equals to 4, or I is exactly equals to 5. Then if this, or you can get this thing from the user also, you can get this thing from input from the user, which positions you need to change. Presently I am getting a static. And what now? Now row dot remove what I want to do now. New child, just try to remove it first. Remove child I, not I, item. Let us see this is working or not. Okay, what is it, 850? Yeah, this is working. Now we need to add the elements. We need to add the elements. Remove child, that T should extend to the node. Here what we can do, const el is new HTML element table data cell element. Here, replace child with new child el and the old child item. Old child item el dot. No documentation is available. Remember that. El dot text content is equals to hi. Let us see. HTML data cell element is not defined. Okay, what we will do, we will do this thing on the next weekend. Is that okay? Hello? Let me just go through it. What is this, Parag? This is not the thing that
Inner HTML.
no, but you need to create first object of the element. It is saying that this is invalid constructor. Okay. So we are doing all these things just because we need to do it by means of we need to do it by means of what you can say directive, otherwise it is very easy. Otherwise it is very easy. Deliberately I am making these things like this. See, editable table completely. Right, I was trying to avoid this thing, but need to write that. Okay, so we created a table. Now if I click on the row needs to be editable like this, right? And one more column needs to be added. Say okay or enter. If I hit enter over here, right, if I hit enter over here, row needs to be as it is. Now see, on ky enter, at host listener, which event key up dot enter. If key up dot enter, you get particular row. Sorry, again you need to have dollar event. And here ev, let us see what's the type. Console.log ev over here. Inspect it, console. If I click, can you see keyboard event I have got? Event dot target. Can you see what is the target? Target is the input box. Target is what? This input box. Target is what? This input box. Okay, now here what you need to do, same thing you need to do. Here you need to do the same things. Parent element, right, and item dot okay, Now there is this case also. See, if I hit the enter, that all becomes text. Then now from the input, that all should become what? Text. From input, that all should become the text. So whatever value we have, here we are getting which event? Keyboard event. We are getting yes, EV. Let me clean it here. Keyboard event. Make sure that you will change the type of EV. Keyboard event. Once you got the keyboard event, if event dot target just a moment, event dot target, I would like to print event dot target event dot target is input. Let me print this EV first. We have keyboard event, we have target, event dot target event dot source element is input, event type is key up, this is enter, event dot target is event dot target. HTML input element, object of HTML input element, right? ev dot target is instance of HTML input element. We should get true or false here. If it is instance of HTML input element, then only then we need to do that, because if I hit enter, yeah, it's true. So I need to check this condition. If event dot target is instance of HTML element, then and only then go ahead, HTML input element, HTML input element, then and only then go ahead. I am copying this What is happening? If row, if event dot target dot parent element. Just a moment, we'll remove all these things, and again console dot log ev dot target dot parent element. I would like to print this. What is the parent element for that? In that case, oh, it is td. It is giving you td. Again dot parent element. That would be the row. Okay, this tr tds are there. Got it. So this would be your row. Remember that. Const row is equals to now. Are you enjoying the code? So no one is going to teach you all these things. It is not easy to do all these things runtime, right? It really needs, what you can say, courage to do these things. Just running the slides is not teaching the code. This is the teaching the code. Okay, now so we need to get, now it is easy for all these. We are very sure that right now, before hitting the enter, all these things are the input boxes, right? These are the input boxes. So what you can do, simply item dot row dot item, row dot children dot item, add the length to, we need to change the content of, sorry, control C, control V, 2 3. Presently I know upfront, that's why I'm doing right like this. Dot inner HTML is equals to I'm just trying. Where is that? I'm just trying. And if I hit the enter, now see, it becomes, means code is working. Now I need to get the value of the particular. So I know here is the input box at this situation. So here you can dot value. Dot value. Let us see what it returns now. Okay. Dot value. Well, what this 2 returns exactly? This is, I think, TD. This returns me, I think, TD. Yeah, of course, this returns me the TD, item dot inner HTML. We are trying to set. So let's get that console dot log. What exactly it is printing? Getting that? What exactly it is printing? Let's check it. Okay, it is returning back as the TD. This TD it is returning back. Just a moment. See, all is a trial and error, right? Coding is all about trial and error until you become expert. I myself is also not expert. Hit the enter. You can have a TD, and into that TD you got the input box. Okay, you got what? The input box. Here dot, I can write dot value. Now it is correct. Refer it by means of this. It is undefined. Item 2 is returning what? It is returning this one, dot value. Again, item 2 dot children dot item dot value. All this is what you can say DOM manipulation. Angular not recommends you all these things, but we are stubborn that need to do by means of what you can say this only. Need to do by means of what? Need to do by means of what? Hello? Directives only. Just a moment, just a moment. Without directives it is very easy, but let's have some code. Okay, now on the enter dot value, now it will work for sure. Node value, why it is returning node value? I don't know. Null. Sorry, dot value. Yeah, here's the pencil you are getting now. Uncommented. And all these things. My control is not working properly. So smart people write a function, say text value. I'm writing a function text value, and to that I would be passing the what I would be passing. I would be passing this item. Here I would be passing EL and HTML. Element. Here I would be passing HTML element, and it should be returning me what? The string value. So row dot children dot item 2. Row dot children dot, this is a which item, and this is a fix. 0th is all the time fix, not an issue. Okay, so okay, now just hold on, I'm not getting what's happening. Let me see code is working or not. Here 3, here 4, and here 5. Okay, hope this will work now. Can you see, if I make enter here again, if I make enter here again, getting that? I'm clicking over here and hitting the enter. Hitting over here like this. Data table. Maintaining data table or creating a data table is most difficult job in your life. So what we have done, if you see what we have done, to this row I just have added only one CLFMT. It is doing internal. So if I remove this CLFMT, nothing will work. See, delete will work, but I'm clicking over here, that will not work. Why? Because you have removed the directive, and this directive takes care of all these, adding the data, adding the input, and something like that. Are you getting that? Hello? Like this. Now see, you can add this. Now see, here I can add text also. Here I can add what? Text also. That you need to avoid. If it is a form, array, this is very easy, more easy. Now I have told you how to do the DOM manipulation inside the directives. That is also needed. Many times you need this thing, right? But you are doing this thing in the Angular context. This is safe, right? But still it is not recommended. Focusing on the business logic is very important than the DOM logic. But at the certain level, if you want to automate the things, you need something like this. Now you can hit the enter here, and that row would be getting disappeared, right? And this code we have written. Okay, so I'm pushing this much code, directives, and you can say attribute directives, and let me push the codes. So this is how you will write your own attribute directive. Well, now you can get the input from the at input. Remember that at input is a property of directive, and components are nothing but what the directives are, but with the template. So this directive is not having any template, but components would be having the template, right? Now here you can say, now which cells. So what I want to do, the default this color, background color, I need to take as an input. Now see, so it is a good to make your directive name and the input property name same. So I can say CLFMT, and this is of type string, and input at input the name of the variable, and this name is same, and by default row color would be like that. And here I can say at host binding style dot, what you can say, background. You are getting input and binding this also. So this BKCL we don't need, and here you can say this dot CLFMT, this dot CLFMT, like this. But the default one would be like this. Now if you go here, see, to the directive itself you can pass the background color. Remember that this is string and I am saying red. Red would be the default color. Remember that you need to pass value. Now if you go, can you see all are red by default? By default all are red. Why by default all are red? Because you have given some input to the directive. This is how you will give input to the directive, right? Add input in CLFMT. So you have kept name of the input variable and the directive same, so that you can straight away wrap the property binding to the name itself, right? Well, there are built-in directives. You can say dot row dot col, and see paragraph. ng class is a built-in attribute directive that Angular has given you. So you can write the set of classes alert true, and alert info also true. Like this. ng class means this is the JavaScript object, you can pass it from anywhere. These are the variable values, you can change it anytime, not an issue. You are adding class and removing class, remember that. I think to this it is giving an error. Just write it in the single quotes because hyphen is there. Okay, not applied. In my opinion, just remove this, and hyphen and this would be replaced by capital. Still not. Paragraph ng class alert is true, and alert hyphen I info, right? Hello, this is a info alert, right? Hello, am I correct? Parag, Vaibhav, alert info true, alert true. So we are enabling and disabling the classes, ng class. Paragraph, to the paragraph there is a ng class is equals to property binding, and you are passing the JavaScript object. Are we correct? Then why alert is not getting displayed here? Alert true, alert info is there or not? Hello, in the bootstrap alert info is there or not? Hello, alert primary, alert info is there, then why it is not getting applied? Is there any change in Angular 10? Angular 10 ng class, any change in Angular 10? No, there is no change. Okay, we are correct. ng class is equals to, true shouldn't be in a quotes, this should be in a quotes. So you can write something like this also. Alert should be true, alert info should be true. If there are the multiple classes. What is the error? Data type component, alert true, ng class CLA. Why is the error? Alert and alert info, I need to make it true together. Just restart the project, sometimes it happens. Yeah, can you see that was a problem with the live reloading. If you make false, it won't work, there won't be any alert, right? If you make true, now this can be assigned to the variable, and variable can be written over here, and as variable changes, these things would be getting changes. Removal and the adding of the classes. Similarly, there is a ng style. You try that ng style. To that ng style, you need to pass JavaScript object like this. Okay. So this is all about what you can say directives. I can say directives, and here we can say ng class and ng style. Similar about ng style. You just need to write the style attributes, border and other things. You try that. If you get any query, you can ask me. Okay. So this is all about what you can say your, this is all about your directives. We have seen in detail. We have completely built a project module over here, right, where you can edit the values. Now thing is that values need to be propagated to the array. Presently values are not getting propagated to the array, right? These are getting situated here only, but the array we have written, into that array values needs to be gets propagated. That you need to do also. Are you getting that? In the array, I need to see the reflection. Here in the array, values need to be changed. If you change pen over there, quantity over there, here the particular item in the particular array needs to be updated. Are you getting that? And then this array we can send back to the server for updating in the data. And so that this array needs to be changed over here. Are you getting that what I'm saying? I'm saying again, presently what's happening, you are making a changes over here. That are changes are limited in the front end, HTML only. But as you change and as you hit the enter, these details needs to be updated in the first row of the array, in the first element of the array also. These changes need to be propagated in the first element of the array also, not only on this page. That you need to do, right? And which covers your complete directives. So by means of this you can build absolutely anything, right? This is a one project module. Directives can be applicable anywhere. The situation is like this. If you have any situation like this, this is a, sorry, there are many situations where you can use the directives. Attribute directives you can use at many situations. And structural directives, if there is iteration, there is a structural directive. Star ng if, and see this thing. One guy, CLFMT, is handling complete row. Reusability is the concept. You can skip the use of directive and straight away you can write the code in the component itself. But we didn't do that. We deliberately go with the directive and make the changes, and we have written the code as we need. Fine. So what I will do, I have pushed all this code. I need to upload the recordings also, right? I will upload recording by today end of the day. Till then you practice this thing and remember about the homeworks that you need to complete on time. So make this table optimize as possible, as reusable as possible. Okay, any queries you have? If you have any queries you can ask me, otherwise we can conclude today's session and we'll meet on the next weekend. Any queries you have? If not, we can conclude the session. Okay, shall we conclude the session? Okay, fine. So I am concluding the session and I have already pushed the code. You can check the code on the GitHub, and I am stopping the recording and ending the call.